lecture number 187 in English. In this lecture, I wish to speak to you on my lecture videos and doubts expressed by my student friends on various issues. Secondly, why I started delivering lecture videos, what is the purpose and object behind, I will speak to you. Secondly, why I started writing books, what is the reason behind, what books you are expected to read for LLB examination, how you are expected to make your preparation for competitive exams as an advocate, as a judge. All these aspects I will explain you in detail. Please, I request you to listen to my lecture with patient hearing so that these points will be very useful to you in your walk of life as a member of the legal profession, and don't take it boring gearing like this. This is one of the very few important lectures on my lectures in my YouTube. Now, first thing is what are regarding textbooks, I will tell you later at the end. Preparation of competitive examinations and general examination, LLB examination. First of all, I wish to answer the questions raised by the students, requests made by the students, viewers. What are they? Some students are asking, please translate into English, please translate into Telugu, please give video on this subject, that subject, all these things. And basically, I request my student friends to check how many lectures I have delivered. Please spare your time for half an hour and see the titles, subject titles and lecture titles of my 186 lectures so far. I have uploaded 186 lectures so far. This is 187. Out of these 186, around 6 lectures are general lectures like this, reply to comments and all, and general lectures on IPC in general and public interest litigation, that is doctrine of separation of power, locus standi, such issues. Some general lectures I have given around 6 to 8, and around 50 lectures I have delivered and uploaded exclusively in English on 18 subjects. Out of these 18 subjects, I have 100% covered 12 to 13 subjects. So those lectures are absolutely enough for the examination. I have covered all these things. In case you have any doubt, you can record all these 12 to 13 lectures on a particular subject, whether this all the subject as a whole tentatively covered or not, you can discuss. Because I am taking more than 1 hour, in spite of the fact that most of the students will not have patient hearing for 1 hour and above. But there are innumerable number of my student friends, teachers, colleagues working in various institutions of legal studies. They are uploading the lectures for short term of 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes like this, because they know the pulse of the students. But they are delivering lectures on 1 or 2 or few subjects only. And however, they are uploading lectures in YouTube 10, 15, 20 minutes short term. They are using Blackboard also, Blackboard or PowerPoint presentation also. But I have no such equipment. Secondly, though they are delivering lectures for 10, 15, 20 minutes in classroom, they deliver lectures for 1 hour only as prescribed in the college. 1 hour. In some institutions, the duration of class is 50 minutes. In some institutions, the duration of class is 55 minutes. Though they upload lectures in 10 to 15 minutes or 20 minutes or even 30 minutes, in certain extreme cases the whole subject is 2 or 3 classes, 2 or 3 hours, but they are invariably constrained to take lecture in English medium or local medium, Hindi or other, as per the requirement or request of the students. But my case is different, sir. But after my retirement, I made a promise in public in my meeting, a retirement function meeting, in the presence of intellectual giants. I wanted to serve the students online, because I had a knowledge of many teachers are delivering lectures for the benefit of the students. So I wanted to spend my post-retirement time for delivering these lectures. The main reason is there are, as I told several times, as per Bar Council Manual, Bar Council of India is the regulating authority for various centers of legal education in India, that is university law departments, private law colleges, government aided law colleges, private universities. So the center of legal education means it is a place, it is an institution where legal education is important. The Bar Council has been consistently and uncertainly pressing and stressing the centers of legal education to import legal education in English medium only. Secondly, the Bar Council is demanding recruitment of required number of teachers for one LLB course single section. There are about 30 subjects. Earlier, the number of subjects for LLB were 18 subjects. Subsequently, the number of subjects was increased to 28, from 18 to 28 from the academic year 2019 to 1999 and 2000. From 2008-9 academic year, the number of subjects have been increased to 30 subjects. Earlier, when I studied LLB in Andhra University, there were 18 subjects. 1 year, first semester 3 subjects, second semester 3 subjects. Yearly 6 subjects, and 3 years 3 into 6 18, plus practical work 1 hour, that is drafting, pleading, moot court, tech, viva, etc. put together 1. Total number of marks 1900. That was the system. For that time in Andhra University, there were about 14 teachers, professors, readers and lecturers, apart from the 1 or 2 were on leave. So that that time, yes, adequate number of teachers are there. But today, as per the Bar Council of India manual, which is available in every center of legal education, this law college, law department, if you go through that law manual, except in private universities, unaided private colleges, in most of the university law departments, aided colleges in India, the number of staff is very short. They are very limited. And one PG department, there is 1 teacher. There is 1 department, its requirement is 25 or more than 20, but the number of teachers are 4 to 5 like this. So the recruitment is, there is a lot of procedure in government aided institutions, and that is why this one is also maybe the reason our law students mostly are not showing interest to attend the classes. But in India, with the emergence of National Law School of India University in Bangalore, first time in 1986, National Law School of India University, under the favorable auspices of Dr. Madhav Menon ji, was started in Bangalore in 1986. To that university I attended first fresher course. Subsequently, Calcutta Juridical National Law School was started, Jodhpur, in so many places national law schools are started. Apart from this, there so many prestigious institutions also started legal education, like ISFI, Symbiosis, and there are some universities maintaining wonderful standards in legal education. But the legal education, dear friends, legal profession, dear friends, conferred supreme status as the noblest profession. but how far we are doing justice, how far we are uplifting our the status and prestige of our legal education is the thing. It is shoulder on our it is shouldered on our head. So anyway, we are shouldered with the responsibility of uplifting ideals and growth. I, being the member of legal profession, I took food from. I am enjoying food from this legal fraternity. So, as a token of respect and gratitude, I wanted to do something for our law students, because my law students are my great source of inspiration and invaluable strength. Don't think that we are elders. You may be more intelligent, you are maybe more brilliant, but you cannot have. My age is like your father says. You may be more intelligent. You may be more intelligent than me, and you may be more brilliant than me, and you may be sharp, diligent, everything. But you are not expected to have my age. You are not expected to have my experience. By virtue of my age and experience, I want to tell you, like your well-wisher, like your parent, in seeking your bright future, I sincerely advocate my student friend, please show interest in our legal education, because if you don't show interest in legal education, we cannot enjoy commensurate respect given to our profession by constitution, as the constitution, because our judiciary is one of the three pillars of the government: executive, legislature and the judiciary. A high court judge can set aside the order, government order or law passed by state government. A Supreme Court judge can set aside the order of central government or this thing. Such a supreme power has been conferred. If supreme power is conferred, the swearing in ceremony of President of India is taken up by our Chief Justice of India. So when once the death sentence petition is mercy petition is pending in President of India's office, it will come back to the it will come back to the Supreme Court, so that the Supreme Court can commute it from life imprisonment into death sentence into life imprisonment. Such a great power has been conferred. Our senior most student and senior most colleague and old student of Andhra University, Honorable Vice President of India Venkaiah Naidu ji, while addressing the function of University Law Department, Andhra University, he addressed first the High Court judges. Thereafter, he addressed a Vice Chancellor of different universities. That is the supreme status conferred on our judiciary. As a member of this judiciary legal fraternity, it is our duty to take minimum care, give respect to our legal education, and but our legal education has been conferred, has been accorded wonderful status, and is a paved way to uplift the ideals and goals of our legal education with the establishment of National Law School of India in 1986 at Bangalore University. Subsequently, so many number of law schools have been started. Some private law schools also are providing wonderful legal education. They are maintaining high standards, good discipline. However, in some private colleges, unaided colleges, not all, some private colleges, unaided colleges and university departments, the minimum respect is not given to our legal knowledge and legal education. Students, there are many institutions, university departments and law colleges. Students do not go to college, do not attend classes. They simply take it easy, take very easy, and they just read one day or write something, whatever they know are getting through. Don't think that whatever you write you are getting through the examination. The exam you are not passing, you are not getting through the examination, not by virtue of your talent, knowledge or your presentation, out of the mercy of the law teachers, because the law teacher won't be able to read 50 big bunch of your answer book, 40, 50 pages, which is irrelevant. You won't be able to, some teachers give pass marks for the reason they won't be able to read properly. Some students don't allow the examiner what he has understand. He writes some talented English. Such things also are there. That is the reason why simply by seeing question paper, some teachers value the papers in hurry. Some teachers think that they are LLB, LLM, they are postgraduates. They might have crossed, they might be around 25 years to 30 years. Unless we pass, when they will pass, when they become lawyers, when they get married, when they enter life, that principle also will be taken into consideration in when pass. But so far as getting through LLB examination, LLM examination may be easy, but getting through competitive examination is not so easy. One must strive hard, one must work hard day and night. Unless you work hard day and night, 10 to 18 hours a day, one cannot get medical MBBS seat, one cannot get a MD, MS post graduation medical seat, similarly BDS, MDS, one cannot get a seat in national institutions, like BITS, Pilani, and even today it is not so easy to get seat in national law schools of India, national law schools in India. And at the same time, if you want to get through judicial officer exam, you must work hard. You want to appear for CA, ICWA, AEA, ACS, the student must work hard. He must attend the classes very regularly and punctually. It is because the students are confined to the classrooms in Andhra Pradesh. Chaitanya, Narayana, Bhatshyam and other corporate colleges are there. The students are confined to sit in classroom from morning to evening, and thereafter study hours, early morning and till late night. That is why the student who is admitted in that corporate school, though the parent is doubtful whether the boy will get through 10th standard or not with pass mark, when once that boy or girl is admitted in these corporate schools, they are coming out of 80%, 90% and above, getting through engineering, medical, and getting opportunities abroad. And all these things we are physically witnessing. But we just check yourself, what is the total strength of your college, how many students are attending. So far as the present schedule is concerned, in a year there are 365 days, but as per rules of university, the number of working days must be 180. These things I told you, don't think that I am repeating again and again. This type of lecture I won't give you again. And out of 365 days, you are just asked to go to college for half of the days. That means 6 months, 180 days, 6 months free. And out of these 3 months, 90 days for first term, 90 days for second term semester. First year, first semester, second year, third semester, fourth semester. Similarly, 5-year course, 10 semester, first year to fifth year. First year and second year, pre-law subjects, history, economics, sociology will be taught. For these things, from first year to fifth year or first year to third year, 3-year course or 5-year law course, as the case may be, the students is required to sit in classroom for 5 hours, 5 periods. The duration of period may be 50 minutes or 55 minutes or 60 minutes as per the administration of that college. So you are supposed to see. You just check yourself, unless they go under very strict administration is very strict. In some private universities or national law schools and such thing. In national law school, Dr. Madhav Menonji the first time told that they introduced a trimester system. Trimester means the subject is split into 3 parts. But for in this semester system, the subject is the semester system. The first year 10 subjects are split. First 5 subjects first semester, second 5 semester, second semester. In our time, half of the subject first semester, half of the subject second semester also like that. But in National Law School, as per the words of Dr. Madhav Menanji, the IPC is split into three parts. First trimester, one third, second trimester, one third, third trimester, one third. If the subject is split into two parts, first part in first semester, second part in second semester, and then this is either the subject is split into two parts, all the 10 subjects are taught in first semester, first half of the subjects in second semester. When 5 subjects, 100% subject is taught in first semester, 100% subjects start in second semester. Like this it is done. So for this, if first year 5 subject, first semester 5 subject, say for second semester 5 subjects mean for each subject 1 hour class is there. It may be 1 hour, 55 minutes or 50 minutes. The students is supposed to sit for 5 years. Unless attendance is very strictly maintained, student attend 2 classes, 2 classes. Third class he gets bored. Fourth class he get much bored. Fifth class he cannot sit. According to my, of course, I worked in such institutions where standards may not be maintained very strictly. But here students third period up to third period they stay in classroom. Fourth period they don't come. Extreme cases only. Fifth period they never come. But the timetable is arranged in some institution. When I studied LLB in Andhra University 77-80, the teacher, there were 3 periods. First 2 periods one subject was there. Third period some other subject was there. Suppose starts first period, second period starts teacher came, and means 55 nearly 2 hours class was there. In those days 2 hours class is there. Suppose even after my coming to Fulton, Maharashtra as a principal, there also for teachers convenience there were no full-time teachers. All were class hour teachers, working hour, clock hour teachers, local advocates. When they cannot come 2 times, for their convenience, 2 periods are given. 2 periods only they will take, third period some other will take, like that is there. Mean in classroom, the student is required to attend class for if it is 1 period, 50 to 60 minutes. If it is 2 period, nearly 2 hours. That is the schedule. But the so-called such teachers working 1 hour, 2 hour continuously in their classroom, they are uploading the lecture in YouTube 10 minutes, 15 minutes like that. They are also using Blackboard or PowerPoint means. Just is for some. Let us enlighten the student at least something outline. But real subject, it is very practically impossible to teach. So far as my case is concerned, when once I take one lecture, in that particular lecture, the entire chapter should be completed. Even thoughts, the very big chapter, defamation I completed in one chapter, very big chapter, negligence, very big chapters also I prepare very thoroughly and adjusting that 1 hour in a one particular period only. But for these things, so some students feel it is boring hearing like this. So when you are supposed to attend a particular class in 190 periods, but in some prestigious institution, more than 100 classes are conducted. Even 120 classes are also conducted. But you must be forced to, they charge the very high fees, lakhs of fees. They were like, the institutions are like star hotels, very good furniture, central AC. Every student is seen with, is seen in suit, laptop. Such things are there. When once they are doing it, they must maintain very good standard, uplift students. At the same time, the students prosecuting legal education in those colleges are from national, international schools, global schools and all. The fees are there from 2 lakhs to 20 lakhs per annum also. I have physically witnessed in Bombay, Pune and other places. Dear friend, this is the thing. So my students in their comment, they are asking, suppose CPC, CRPC evidence, all they have uploaded. They are asking, you please upload in CPC, upload in CRPC like this. Dear student friend, now I sincerely tell that I have uploaded 186 lectures so far. This is 187. Basically, I wanted to deliver lecture in English only, absolutely in English. The question of other language never entered into my mind. Never entered into my mind. In strict adherence to the direction of the Bar Council of India, the legal education must be in English media. But I never thought that I would give lecture in other language also. That is why up to 150 lectures I delivered in English on 18 subjects. Out of these 18 subjects, CPC, CRPC, evidence, IPC, all the key subjects, IPC, CPC, CRPC, evidence, contracts, transfer of property, constitutional law, administrative law, arbitration, almost key subjects I have completed almost 100%. I delivered 10 and above lectures, more than 10 and above lectures. If you want, you engage a stenographer, record my lecture, and removing the waste, get it typed, how many pages it will come, how many chapters it will come, and you can examine. If your team of students can engage a stenographer and record it and get it corrected by some person who has good knowledge in English, remove the scrap. And because while delivering lecture I don't have any equipment, I sit in a chair, put a table mat in front of me, small stand is there, I put my cell phone to that and I deliver. While delivering lectures, I speak wrongs. And 56 section, I may say 156. One place, one word instead of another word. But in repetition, they will be corrected. Such type of mistakes may be there. I agree. I sincerely admit that number of mistakes, but not out of my ignorance, not out of my negligence. In flow, there is no any editing, there is no anything, there is no any equipment. That is why I directly, simply, again, I sit in a closed room and deliver lecture in front of my cell phone. Otherwise, I speak to myself. So the way in which the way of lecture in classroom is different. The way of lecture in a room, closed room, to speak myself is different. But I can have more experience, better experience if I deliver in class. One first lecture I delivered in one classroom, deliver lecture uploaded by one student. I put it in YouTube. But the way of style is different. So anyway, dear friend, these are the things. So you please check, kindly spare half an hour, and check my lecture title, subject title, what lectures I have uploaded, what lectures I have not uploaded, and then kindly ask me which lecture you want to take. But lectures already uploaded, you ask me, I will not be able to do anything. Another thing is, some my daughter-in-law put them in some playlist. Some student friends also put them in playlists. Playlist in the sense, administrative law, some 10-12 lectures one place. ADR, alternate dispute resolutions, 10-12. One student put IPC all my lectures one playlist, and other teachers also 145 lectures. So lectures delivered by Raga Surya Rao and lectures delivered by various teachers in the country, they have put in, he enlisted in one playlist. That is there, enlisted in one playlist. So like that you can see, you also can use your talent and place all my subject wise playlists. If you put it, I will be grateful to you and it will be useful to your friends also. Then another thing is, some students are asking PDF. So whatever lecture I am giving, they are asking me to put in writing, but I don't have any knowledge about computer. I asked my son, can we do it in a PDF also? My son tells me it is difficult, he doesn't have time, he is very busy. He is a software engineer. That is why it is not possible, dear friend. If you are at all interested, a team of students take care. You engage a stenographer and record all my things and get it typed. I don't have any objection. I never claim any. Whatever anybody anything do, I cannot do, because but I cannot keep protect everything of mine. Anything can be done, but if anything is done, we are helpless. We cannot go to court. We cannot go to court because who will say? Nobody will see our issue in court of law because of the pendency. So regarding PDF, but so far as this PDF is concerned, I want to tell you one thing. When I was working in CRD Law College, Yellow, as a lecturer, I started like giving lectures on almost 28 subjects to some VIPs, to persons I was required to teach. I taught them. Subsequently, my wife studied law. I to teach her. I not only taught all the subject to my wife and some other students, and I was required and forced to prepare study material. So I taught everything and prepared study material with very limited study material of 20 to 30 pages. So they got through exam with good marks, high single class. In that course, I released small notes of 30 to 40 pages. In extreme cases, 50 pages. Full scap, 1.5 full scap, and I released those study material. These Xerox done by Kalpana Xerox, Yeluru Ramchandra Pedda. Every year thousands of copies were printed, Xeroxed, and these were issued not only the students of CRD Law College Yelur for so many years, but also to different parts of the Andhra Pradesh, 2 states, and they were in good circulation. And just by 30 to 40 pages of my notes, many students got through the examination. If you can inquire any law student, any advocate who studied in CRD Law College, Yellow, he will tell you about this. So students, they are for teaching. Oh, that book is standard book, this book. So many things are there. How many pages we are able to read? How many pages we will be able to bury heart? That is most important, dear friend. So these books are there, thousands of pages books are there, volume 1, volume 2 are there. They are for reference only. We cannot say that suppose lawyer office will have contain so many law books, very big books. But we cannot expect that lawyer will reads all the books from first page to last page. Whatever information is required, whatever is necessary, they will take reference of that. He picks out some book and takes reference for the case. So that is the thing. Now, reason for videos. I already told you what is the reason. Means I am giving these lecture videos because in so many law colleges in India, centers of legal education in India, the number of teachers are very limited, and aided colleges, I know nearly 150, more than 100 aided colleges. The government, minimum 10 teachers are there. The government is giving 2 to 3 teachers only. They are not filling the post. The remaining teachers are for remaining workload, local advocates are engaged. These local advocates are no way less than the full-time qualified LLM teachers. But the reason is the timings of court and colleges are same. Mostly the advocates will not be able to attend the class because he has to take care of the client interest. You know how busy the advocates will be in court campus, typing, notary, registration, whatnot. So many lot of for preparation of document. They almost run in court work, registrar office work, Tahsildar office work. If you go and see the atmosphere, all people do not walk, they run only. That is the situation. In such situation, naturally, the advocate gives priority to the client and to save the interest of the client. He cannot go to. As and when they have time, they come to college and do. So if some teacher for a pre-law, a teacher of another college will be there, he will arrange some timings to this school and attends classes. But if a full teacher of another college is appointed as a part-time teacher and hourly basis, he will be able to do justice. But the advocate will not be able to do justice because he has to prepare. In that way, the classes are not conducted properly and the students are preparing on their own. This is the one other thing. And see, actually the lectures are should be in English, but in most of the states Telugu local language is respected like this, respected. And that is the reason why there are innumerable number of colleagues. They delivered, they uploaded lectures in YouTube, and they take only 10 to 20 minutes, very short period. And secondly, they are uploading in Hindi only, because if the lecture is uploaded in Hindi, the number of views will be in many thousands, lakhs, and even millions. If the lecture is uploaded in English, the number of views will be very less. You may examine in Google if how many views English lecture is enjoying, how many views Hindi lectures are enjoying, because in India most of the population speak English. Hindi is enjoying topmost number one language, because many states mother language is Hindi, and even cities of other languages also, other mother tongues also. In every city Hindi is mostly spoken. It may be Bombay, Pune, the mother tongue is Marathi, but mostly Hindi is spoken. In Hyderabad, mother tongue is Telugu, Hindi is spoken. And similarly, many states capitals, most of the people speak Hindi, are equally mother tongue and Hindi. So this is the reason why. So I cannot speak Hindi fluently. I can manage Hindi, Marathi. I cannot speak fluently. So it's actually I'm very unfortunate. If I would be able to speak Hindi fluently, I would be able to deliver lectures in Hindi also. But the question of delivering Telugu did not come to my mind till I completed 146 lectures. Some students requested me, and I started lectures. For many teachers are delivering lectures in their mother tongue, Hindi and others. I too must love my mother tongue and teach. But the response is very good for Telugu language. That is why I am teaching. So now from this time, I delivered some subjects in Telugu also. At contracts 1 I am teaching. Contracts 1 Telugu 4-5 classes I will complete. If English lecture, Telugu lecture is equal, I don't translate it immediately again into English. But there is a substantial difference in revised Telugu lecture. I will translate it to English. And in legal theory or jurisprudence, some 4-5 lectures are to be uploaded. When once I open and take up new lecture fresh, and I deliver that lecture both in English and local language Telugu, because I don't have knowledge in any other language. And then after completing jurisprudence, I will take up Labor Law 1, Trade Unions Act, Industrial Disputes Act, Workmen Compensation Act, and all these things I will take up very carefully. I will try to complete one act in one lecture only, and immediately I will give lecture in English and Telugu simultaneously. Whatever is the new lecture which was not uploaded previously, I will take up. I have serious inclination and enthusiasm, zeal to deliver lectures even one day, or even once in a day, one lecture in one day, 2 lectures in one day. But I am not able to, because the students are not showing proper interest. Though they are nearly 10,000 subscribers, to get 500 views, within 1 week we are not able to get even 500 views. So that is the reason why, if the views are good, because irrespective of views, I give lecture one day one thing, but they stop at 100, 200. Okay, because if the students don't want, how long God blessed me, when students want the lectures, when during my lifetime only I should complete the project of 330 subjects. But I thought, actually if the students' response is good, if Corona was not there for COVID pandemic was not there for 2 years, by this time all the 30 subjects I might have uploaded. I felt guilty to deliver lecture during Corona pandemic time, because the students may feel inconvenient. We are suffering from no college, no subject, no exam. Why this Rega Surya Rao is delivering lecture and eating our bread? The students may think so. That is why to deliver lecture, I had to feel fear, because then I changed my mind. Let it be. If I want to teach 10 days, whether I will be alive or where is the guarantee. But many of my youngsters passed away. So where is the guarantee that I will overcome this corona pandemic? Thinking even like that also, I once our whole family is subjected to this COVID pandemic, but it was not serious, very slight. At home quarantine, we could get relieved. So these are the things. So many constraints, dear friend. So I have strong and deep inclination to complete all subjects. It is my life ambition, and you please check the titles of all the lectures. All the lectures, subject title, lecture title useful. Some students are asking, where can I get your books? Where can I get your books? Here, Asia Law House, Hyderabad, opposite High Court, is published my textbooks, and Andhra Law House, opposite District Court, Visakhapatnam, 5 subjects are there. Gogia Law Agency, opposite High Court, Hyderabad, they are dealing with my book. Not only that, all publishers in India are dealing with my books. If you in Google, if you touch mic in Google, ask Rega Surya Rao lecture, you will find a number of websites in Amazon and Flipkart and Amazon, and there is one my YouTube also will be there, small red triangular with my photo. If you touch it, if you will get my videos, all videos. And if you touch YouTube mic and ask Rega Surya Rao lecture, you will get all my lecture from first lecture to today. You will get in the middle. You also will get playlists. Administrative law 8 lecture, 12 lectures, legal theory 12 lectures, like that also. Some were done by my daughter-in-law, some were done by student friends also. If you are kind enough, you take your most of you are very talented in operating cell phone and computer, because I am incompetent in handling computer. If you do put all my videos in playlist, I must be grateful to you, and they will be useful to your colleagues also and future generations. This is the thing. Next, books. What are the books? What books we have to read? Why I studied? Why I started writing books? It was happened so, because dear friends, when I was studying LLB in Andhra University, we did not have simple books. They were of high standard books. Winfield means Todson means Winfield, Salmon, Ramaswamy Iyer, such books. Constitutional means D.D. Basu and some other standard books. Like that, IPC means Ratanlal, Dheerajlal, like that. Such books were available to us. We had to go to library day and night, old morning to evening. We would not able to get a limited 4 or 5 pages of material. So just like get up, go to Andhra University library. If there is a underground section is there, they will, if I give a library ticket, they give some books, reference book. We had to sit morning to evening. In the middle, go to canteen and to take tea. But whole day, the very few pages we would able to. We had to struggle like anything, basically to understand that subject. In that time, I was intercollegiate, inter-university debater, but my English is totally spoiled when I started teaching all subjects in Fulton, Maharashtra, where people are very, very poor in English. They never speak English also. To come down to their standard, I started teaching all the subjects of 28 from first year to final year for so many years in Fulton, Maharashtra. My language got spoiled, in fact. So earlier I was intercollegiate, inter-university debater. I would able to speak like national law school teacher very excellently in English. My lectures, my language is got spoiled. So here, books. So similarly, in when I studied ML in Venkateswara University, our Professor P. Koteswara sir was used to there. You see Hisham Shirvai volume 1, 2, 3. You do Koka Sobara commentary, this, that. Very, very big books. Going to library, spending whole day. Our position is fish out of water. My senior colleague Jelani Shah made and his colleagues made some books. The books are Good Speed. I was Jennings, one book is there. Good Speed is there. So many very, very, very O'Connell, D.P. O'Connell, like that. So many strong books are there. We are not able to understand properly for some subjects notes is available. Other things we had to struggle like anything whole day to make preparation of the notes. But in the meantime, what happened? My friends Raghunath Reddy, Rajgopal Reddy, classmates told Suryara, one book is there, Jain Pandey ji. It gets revised every year. It contains lot of information. We can have update information, and then we were very happy. We acknowledged Jain Pandey ji as God in our life at that time. We followed that book and adding some commentaries from Koka Justice Koka Subbarao ji, H.M. Sherwai and Makeup, and we followed this thing. So if even for law and social change there was no specific book. That these are the struggles I faced in LLB level and LLM level for getting study material. This thing I kept in mind, and I started when I came to CRD Law College to start my teaching career. I was asked to teach law of torts first. Then my principal Purnsindar Rao ji told me, you read on R.K. Bangia, it is very easy. Okay, I know. Winfield, Salmond, R.K. Ramaswamy here. But I did not know about the R.K. Bangia. Having seen R.K. Bangia, I was very comfortable. I would able to prepare well and deliver lectures, dear friends. So likewise, subsequently, M.P. Jain, legal history, was asked to teach. It was difficult. Kailash Roy and other books are there with that. So these I follow G.S. Pandey, J.N. Pandey, Kailash Roy, and simple language books I follow preferably. I also prefer for reference purpose high standard books also, D.D. Basu and other. But however, evidence earlier was very difficult, something confusing. Krishnamachari ji of Osman University released Law of Evidence. It is very informative. I could understand very well and properly. I salute Krishnamacharya ji of Osman University, Professor Osman University, from whom I would able to understand very well. So keeping all these in mind, I started these lectures. So keeping once my 30-40 pages material got fructified very successfully, I started writing books. I delivered teacher classes to all the examination students come to me with a lot of experience, dear friends. I am teaching. My experience is very rarest of the rare cases. I wrote books on almost all subjects. I delivered lectures on all the subjects for years together. Every examination, thousands of students took my guidance in CRD Law College. Is what every law student, every law student and every law teacher of Yelur Law College, that is the service I have done. And I released books on almost all subjects. I started during these bar gates, question answers, whatever it may be I am doing. But these lectures are very useful, and my books are being followed by even National Law School students also, because they read. I don't think that my books they are alone reading. They just even though the National Law School student, they studied from national international schools and global school, they may be great in English, but when once they come to law, they are children, they are in beginners. So first they read my book like a novel reading, and for next they will read the textbook of their choice. Many teachers read my book first, understand the subject tentatively, and then they will read the textbook of their choice, maybe D.D. Basu, Sherwai, whatever it may be, they will follow. So there is no wrong to these big man, small man, we must not have. While delivering the lectures, mostly I am referring the research papers published by the articles by National Law School student, Aligarh Muslim University student. So I am following the research papers and articles published by students only, who is like my son's age, who is less than my son's age. When we want to learn a subject, we should not have any discrimination or big and small. I am expressing gratitude to everybody. If some people I take 1 minute to express my gratitude to students. Some may feel bored, he is eating our brain like that. No, if I express gratitude to the publishers of textbooks, they feel happy. Otherwise, if I try to make use of a Raga Surya Rao deliver lecture, copying my copying my article, he will say. Suppose I say that I say gratitude to a student, he feels very happy. Okay, I am a student. Raga Surya Rao is a senior most man, retired man, but big man. But he is following my lecture. He feels proud. He says proudly. So, dear students, whatever I do, it is not waste. It is not in vain. I never do any work. I never speak anything waste. It is absolutely useful. Because I say, what is he doing this service? I am not a good man. I am a selfish man. Suppose I have done like this Raga Surya Rao is well known anywhere, entire country. But what a big result I got. Suppose it's a selfishness only, simply. In a future, some people say that when a person passes away, he will not take anything. No, I don't agree with that. Whatever sacrifices one makes, whatever contribution one makes, whatever donations he makes, if he has money, he will give donations to temples and poor people. If he doesn't have money, he can do even service. A woman can take the 10 buckets of water and clean the temple. A woman can collect flowers and give to temple. Even service. We see in Tirupati and other places, so many volunteers come there. They on their own expenses. They will do service in Tirupati temple and other temple and go back. That is also service. To do service, money alone is not enough. Our physical service, mental service also can be given. I am doing my physical service, which is free of cost to me. So that is, I don't have money to give donations in lakhs and crores to temple. I cannot construct a temple. I cannot construct a school or college. So this is thing. Whatever we do, I will take away. So I told in this one class that even a poor man is putting his child in English medium school, ignoring a government school where lunch also is provided, fee free, lunch free, but still not joining in that school and putting in convent school, spending lot of money, that with that money he can survive on that day. Why? Because this, if we spend for the child, he will become a big doctor, engineer, like this. Good friend. Like that, in human life, up to 60 years is one. After 60 years, we are senior citizen, and we have to develop for future. We should live long for the longest period, healthily, with doing our own jobs, and pass away pleasantly. Because when I was in boyhood, if anybody dies and informs that so and so passed away, okay, he is a very lucky man, he is a very fortunate man, that man replied. Really, I surprised. Why? When he heard the news of death of somebody's demise, he is a very lucky man, fortunate man. Why he is telling? Why they are speaking, responding positively for sad news? I thought these people, it's not good on their part to speak like that, I thought. But having in the course of my age and experience, having witnessed many cases that there are many in old age unable to walk, unable to do their jobs. They were praying, God, take me. Don't allow me survive anymore. They were praying God for death, because lying on bed for years together, months together, facing brutal pains and all. So that is why, those people, elders said like that. It might be correct. I misunderstood like this. Like that, dear student, don't misunderstand my words, and you will know the realities of my words in future by the time you acquire this. So the next one is for that purpose, keeping all these difficulties in mind to get study material, and started writing books, thoughts and legal history on my own. Legal history in those days was very difficult subject. After release of my book, legal history was made very easy. You can check the difference between MP Jain is very difficult. My book is very easy. Many students feel that legal history is boring. But after release of my book, it is made easy. I have done I made lot of efforts. Don't call my books as notes, series and other lenient names. I have written, I sincerely, honestly promise that I have written the book spending years. First thoughts I spent 3 years. second legal history 1.5 year. Subsequently, even today, I spend minimum 8 months to write a book. I require minimum 4 or 5 months to revise a subject. If the publisher gives me the opportunity to revise, I will revise. If he doesn't give me opportunity, I don't revise. But even though the books do not revise, they are being sold. Regarding books, when you take admission in a law school for LLB course, you will be provided with some calendar booklet. It is a college calendar containing academic schedule, and it contains various subjects and books, reference books. But reference books are there. So whether they are, you need not rely on the reference books. But if you have enough standard, you purchase the reference books which are of high standard. And whatever, I don't say that I don't suggest you to read a small book or big book. When you want to choose any book, you ask your seniors and the teachers, and then you read the books. You take 2 or 3 books on one subject. Which book is suitable to your standard? Which book is suitable to your standard? Which book you will be able to read better, write better? You take that book. You take that book and prepare for that. Take that book and prepare for that. And if you, because you have to choose the book, how many pages, how many hours you are able to spare, how many pages you will be able to read, how many pages you will be able to remember. This topic also I told some time back. You choose the book of your choice. Again, whatever book you choose for examination to examination, there is only 1 day gap. And in whole day, only 1 day, you won't be able to read the book you have opted. It may be 100 pages, 200 pages, 500 pages, whatever it may be. It is very difficult to read the entire book before the examination, because there is just hardly 24 hours time. Out of that, you have to sleep and all. And that is why you have to prepare working notes. You have to prepare working notes of 30 to 50 pages. Synopsis you have to prepare and appear for the examination. So though you do not concentrate very well in LLB examination, not very difficult to get through the examination. You will get the degree. Student career is the only career. 3 years or 5 years student career is the only period, comfortable period open, for which you can acquire knowledge. You can spare 100% for timing, for preparation. You can acquire knowledge. All the 30 subjects are above during student career only. Once you complete, if you don't concentrate, you don't attend classes, you don't read well, you write something and got through the examination without knowing. I know the students who do not have basic minimum knowledge about law. They don't know what is public interest litigation locus standi. They don't know what is separation of power. They don't know what is Axby versus Vice case. They don't know the Prince case. Such students also are there who completed their LLB degree. For some national law schools said the books available in the market are not enough. Much can be said on both students. Even very smallest book is higher to some student. The highest standard book also is smaller to some student, and some students are much better than the teacher. Some students write such article, some students in many colleges also will not be able to write. So the standard is different, profession is different. So that is why according to your standard, as per your standard, you choose the book. So LLB examination you can get through easily, but once you want to go through the competitive examination, you just ask a candidate who got free medical seat, how many hours he struggled, you can understand. You go to any competitive examination coaching center, it may be Group 1 service, Group 2 service, civil service, judicial officers examination service. How would they work? They work 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 14 hours a day. They read each and everything unless they eat. So to get through any competitive examination, to get through any civil services examination, to get through any medical entrance examination, to get through national level engineering entrance examination, one must prosecute hard labor. Whatever books are available in the market, he must do. So when the examination in objective type, So the local market objective guides are available, but they are also they can be bought. But one in competitive examination, what I was told that suppose in competitive examination, Mahatma Gandhi, in objective type on Mahatma Gandhi, some 20 bits may be there. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, 20 bits were there, objective type will be there. So, if the out of any objective type question from Mahatma Gandhi or Ambedkar appears in main examination, it may be preliminary examination or main examination or judicial officer or screening test examination, you will be able to answer. But our some intellectuals say that no, if you want to know about this, you must read the competitive examination subjective. You read the whole history of Mahatma Gandhi from date of birth to date of death. You read the book of biography, book of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar from birth to death. You give novel reading, and whatever bit is asked about whatever question is asked on Mahatma Gandhi, you will be able to identify out of the four options. You will be able to identify out of four options about Ambedkar. Suppose the 20 bits are given, you go through in a objective type. Some other bit is asked, you won't be able to identify. So that is why the preparation must be very, very thorough, very must be prepared. Unless you work day and night like anything for CA, ICW, ACS, it is not easy to. When I was working in Andhra, when working in CRD Law College, I was attending classes to Judicial Officer Exam, Kakinada Aditya Competitive Exam Center. I had to work hard. At the same time, I was going to Sopervid Vijayawada, #1 institute in India, to produce this. Then I used to deliver lecture for 500 students in mic. But I was tried, I was tested several times and got selected, and I was taking the classes. Their salaries are very handsome salaries, but it is very hard work. For the while teaching to students of CA, Sopervid, and I at the time was having nearly 16 years of teaching experience as law. But whenever I wake up in the night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I used to get up and start reading for preparation to next day CA classes. If the class is not good, the students will give the report, they give feedback, and if feedback is of student is not good, next day the director will ask me to quit the class. That is the situation. Dear student friend, don't think that somehow or other you got the examination, you will be able to success. But one may, because the student career is the only career when you can learn so many subjects. When once you go to continue ML, 1 or 4 or 5 subjects will be there. These 30 will not follow you. And once you become a teacher, 2, 3 subjects, 4, 5, 6 maximum you will have. You cannot think about all these subjects. When once you become a lawyer, your arbitration level, services level, civil or criminal, when you join a junior to that particular senior lawyer, you will follow his footpath and you will concentrate on that area only. You will read only. When you are in arbitration side, you never think about other subjects, civil, criminal, etc. This is there. When once you have to become a judge, judicial officer exam, there will be listed some 18 to 20 subjects will be there. Acts. Practically there are some 15 subjects. 14 to 15 subjects in LLB level, and all the subjects I have covered in my YouTube lectures. If you will listen to these lectures by uploading, if you have unlimited net, you can see that. Otherwise, you can do it. You take a earphone, you take a notes of side heading. If you have knowledge, you can reproduce it. If you have knowledge, even Telugu lecture also, Telugu student can hear it, take the point. And I am using all English words, though it is a Telugu lecture. You record it, all the side heading. If you have enough vocabulary in English, you can convert this Telugu lecture into English. You write whatever you write in LLB level, you are great. So very few write very well. Maximum write gas only. This is the practical experience. You can ask any student. You can see how students are attending. But Bar Council of India is consistently and unstintedly insisting 75% of attendance. In which institution the 75% of attendance is being followed, you can physically witness. I must not speak. Thank you very much, dear friends, for this patient hearing. This is a very important lecture. Don't ignore that I spoke bore, gear, nonsense. So I have once I have say very good gratitude towards my student friends, because I give acknowledgement to my. I take just 1 minute to acknowledgements mean. So we must acknowledge, we must show our gratitude to Godfather who are responsible. My Godfather, my main supreme chief Godfather is my student. I sincerely, honestly salute my student friends. Thank you very much for your patient hearing.